So tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Zia. I'm 33 and I'm from Philadelphia. And I like to call myself an Ibogaine success story. I've been struggling with opiate addiction on and off since I was 20, having entered treatment for the first time at 20. And I really tried over the years with varying success, all of the more traditional treatment methods that, America has to offer, whether it's methadone, Suboxone, AA, NA, 30 days, rehab stays. And I put, a good amount of clean time together. I had 6 years at one point. I had, maybe 2 years and then 1 year. And I felt like I had really given it my all. And so when this last relapse happened, I was so discouraged and disheartened by it because I felt like none of these things that I tried so hard to do worked for me. So I just finally uttered to my mom, I said, I just wish there was something different. And thankfully I found it. Thankfully I found Iboga Treatment Center. Yeah.
So how was this experience different than the others?
In every way imaginable. Starting from just the most compassionate detox I've ever experienced. I used to think that we had to suffer through that sickness in order to take it seriously, and that goes so wrong. The environment that I was in, the staff at the facility, the community aspect of that place, the caring, and also the medicines that they use, being these plant medicines, Iboga and Ibogaine, at the top of the list. And I felt like I was able to really work through my own stuff instead of sort of just trying to conform to a program and some steps and the sort of one size fit all situation. I got to really look inward and look behind all of these behaviors and what made me an addict, what makes me use, and through the medicines really change these behaviors and kind of change my narrative.
Okay. So what was a significant part of the program that made the biggest impact on you?
It was definitely the so there's Iboga and then there's Ibogaine, and I was fortunate enough to be able to do the Ibogaine, we call it the flood dose, and that is a whole trip, and it's an amazing experience, and a lot of facilities do offer that, but what this place does that I think was even more significant was doing Iboga afterwards. That's got to be my absolute favorite medicine. I have, in addition to addiction, a lot of PTSD, a lot of trauma, and it affords you this opportunity to look at these things that have happened to you outside of the fear of your own thoughts. And to be able to look at those things, it's sort of like the same result as really successful EMDR therapy. And so once you're not afraid of those thoughts, you can face them, and you can change the way you react to things. And so all these things, all these feelings that would make you want to use, they don't have to anymore. And also how thoroughly it just kicks cravings out of your body. You get to, through these medicines, you are not sick and you are not craving. And once you realize that obsession has been broken, then you can really get to work. And then of course, no medicine would be anything without the facilitators at that facility, and how much they care and how much they've been through it themselves and how much they can empathize. That's the most significant piece for me.
Okay. How is your life different now, having completed the program and gotten back into the real world?
Internally, also, I'm going to say in so many ways. So I completed the program a couple months ago and was so inspired by it that I came back down to Mexico to volunteer and to help out. And now back into the world, integration has gone really well. I've been on a road trip and seeing all these things in the world, like just seeing addicts, seeing things that would be triggers. It doesn't hit you the same. It really allows you to change your brain. I find myself like physically repulsed by paraphernalia or thoughts of using. It's so exciting to be back in the world and notice all these little changes and feel just so far removed from the addiction piece, because there's endless things to work on in yourself, but like once you can shed the shackles of addiction, you're not scared to keep moving forward and keep going and keep growing.
Do you have any advice for anyone skeptical of such an alternative course of treatment?
I would say just do it, because what do you have to lose? I think about how many terrifying things that I would have to do all the time, every day, to afford the addiction and to get my hands on the drugs that I wanted. And so I was a little nervous when it came to doing something so different and plant medicine based and like hallucinogenic substance based, but why not do something that scares you that could save your life? And it's not just about saving your life and about like living clean. It's about like there's a difference between surviving and thriving. So we take so many risks in our addiction. So why not do one for yourself?
Thank you.